Last night was really weird night.
Seems like a weird night. And, not just because of drinking, but have that happen in your backyard.
Yeah, I went out there today. I'm like, where could this light have come from? I don't know what the hell is going on. So I said, fuck it. I'm just gonna go lay down and continue watching what I was watching and go from there. But
yeah, I had a similar incident. We'll talk about it in a second.
Yeah. Dude, Dark Watchers are a little weird, bro.
That's so
pathetic.
Not pathetic. Come on now.
Brian.
Maybe Brian's pathetic. I don't know.
Maybe Brian's pathetic. But this was interesting. The Dark Watchers, because we're back in my neck of the woods. The Dark Watchers are west of me. And
yeah, I guess they are west of you, aren't they?
Yeah. It was really interesting doing the research on them. I'm excited to talk about it.
Couple interesting things going on there, and
it's bright.
Some really good, some interesting stories about them, but yeah, it's gonna be an interesting show. I think we're gonna like it. I'm worried about the score. I'm worried about the score for these people, but
I'm worried about the score too. I'm worried about the score too. I got to tell you, brother, but I think it's gonna be a good talk. I think it's gonna be a good discussion, and I'm excited to do it. But yeah, will it make the tournament at the end of the year? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. So with that said, let's roll the intro and let's start peeping on the peepers. You know what I mean?
Let's do it. Let's start taking a look at the Watchers.
Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to Spirits with Spirits. This is episode 34 of season 3, also known as Cryptids Part 14, The Dark Watchers. I am your host for Ghost, Mr. John Watkins. Of course, everybody knows the famously loved, adorable man, the myth, the legend, the host with the most, Mr. David Lowe.
What's up, brother?
What's up? Oh man,
to know him is to love him, is to know him.
Is to love him.
is to know him. And
yeah, great little break there with spending some time with family and everything with Thanksgiving, which is what it's all about.
Everybody had a great holiday. This is interesting stuff, man. And so
I Corey what's going on?
Hey, what's up to Corey? And he says, "Man, that's quite an intro."
Spicy's on there. What's going on, Spicy?
Yeah, it's up, Spicy. My good buddy Reed is in the house. What is up, my friend? Yeah, I mean, could be. I don't know if it's the video intro or if it's the you buttering my muffin when you call me out.
So Dave does a lot of work, so I got to get him a lot of positive reinforcement.
I do my part in this relationship.
Yeah, that's right. Dave does his part in this relationship.
So yeah, Reed, you've never heard of these, and it's interesting because these guys are from California,
Yeah.
and the butter. Yeah, he's talking about the butter. Uh, but
I'm hiding.
yeah, the Night Watchers are based in California and a couple of mountains in Arizona.
Yeah, they reach out to Arizona.
They reach out to Arizona just a little bit, but I didn't even know about these things.
Yeah, this is
right.
kind of a weird one that kind of Dave. What did it say?
It said to my left, and I'm like looking to my left. No,
Dave kind of fell into these things when we were looking up for cryptids and in California, and he's like,
What do you want?
Dark Watchers. Let's check these
oh,
guys.
Dark Watchers. I want to check these guys out because I didn't even know about these guys.
No,
So yeah, I wanted to bring up a map of California.
Oh, Dave's got maps.
I've got a little map action to say. So I want to show you guys where I am in relation to the Dark Watchers and the Lone Pine Mountain Devil, which we talked about a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Check this out. So you can see the Lone Pine Mountain Devil. I mean, that's like, if as the crow flies, maybe 30 miles from me.
Yeah.
But because it's, on the other side of the mountains, you have to drive down and go over the ridge and then come back up. So it legit about a 2-hour drive.
Yep.
Now the Dark Watchers are over on the West Coast. So literally just straight across.
Yep.
I have these two cryptids.
Yep.
And in the middle of this is the Sierra Triangle.
Yeah. Yeah, we talked about that a little bit.
Which falls over my place, and 40,000 planes have disappeared over this ridge.
Yeah, we talked about that when we did our triangle show.
We did our triangle show.
Yeah,
they like warmer climates. Yes, they do. Then I will be safe. Then it's cold here now. Yeah,
it's cold here too. It's cold here too, man.
I'd say it's cold here. I'd say it's cold here too, but I'd seem like a pussy because it's 53 right now.
Yeah. That's California cold.
California cold. My nipples are hard. I'm just going to tell you, I could cut glass with these. But yeah, I literally, during the intro, I reached for my beer and my ghost tube said, "That's mine."
That's mine.
And I said, "Bullshit. That's mine."
Dave's got the Michelob Ultras going on tonight.
I got the Michelob Ultras going. They were left. I got almost a full case that was left from a get together on Saturday. So they's mine now. I'm drinking them. So big thanks to my daughter Kaylee for leaving them.
I'm drinking spiced rum and Dr. Pepper.
So you're drinking rum and pepper, not rum and Coke.
Yes. Yeah, because I don't like.
I can't leave.
I would be breaking out the shorts if we had 53. Are you kidding? I've got like in my old man cardigan sitting right there. Because it is right now. It is 68 in my house.
It is a nice 72 degrees in my house.
Yeah.
Stays that temperature all year long, summer or winter. Outside is 23 degrees.
So yeah, this morning it was 48 in the house.
Oh.
And in the summertime it'll be 88.
Yeah, no, I just set everything to 72. I got independent. Different thermostats for my heater and my AC unit, so let's keep them at 72.
Listen.
Yeah.
Oh, there's my love.
We have begun the season of thermostat wars in our house. I bet.
That's mine.
Oh, I guess that's her. I guess
that's my thermostat.
Well, that's my thermostat. That's mine. But for me, I don't have central heating and air. As you know, I have wood heat.
Yep.
So I'm using the telescope. because it hasn't rained enough here yet for me to actually burn wood. But hopefully soon.
Yeah. Yeah.
But okay, so the Dark Watchers, and if you want, let me just go ahead and hit the lore on it.
Yeah, let's go ahead and hit the lore so we don't give anything away. Sounds like
Yeah.
you were almost getting ready to and pulled a me.
I was almost getting ready to, and I'm like, you know what? Because I'm gonna confess, there's not a lot of information on these things.
There's not, which is
It's
really crazy because how long they've been around. So
it's
yeah, I don't want to
really-
give nothing around away, but
I don't want to give anything away, but yeah, it's really interesting. I have lots of friends out here with no heat. They just open and close the windows. Yeah, sometimes that's what we do. I mean, California, you know, but here in where I live, you know, the summertime gets to like an average of 110. And
yeah.
but then
Yeah,
you know,
well, here summertime, we hundreds easily where I'm at.
Yeah.
Not.
In the wintertime, negatives easily where I'm at.
I mean, you know, 100. I mean, there's the worst. It's been like 125. I think was the worst we've ever had it here. And then wintertime,
Yeah.
I'll be lucky if it snows here.
Yeah.
And if it does snow, it won't stick, or it'll stick for just a short time.
Yeah, Corey probably knows kind of my weather pattern here.
Yeah.
The Midwest, because I'm in southeastern Colorado, and it gets
Corey's
extreme
up
hot.
Iowa way.
Yeah, extreme hot, extreme cold, and but the cool thing is I truly do. This is the cool thing about where I live. I truly do get all 4 seasons. I get a fall, I get a spring, I get winter, and I get summer.
Leave here.
I guess you leave here.
I guess it's time to pack my bags and go somewhere else.
It's time to go. Too bad we can't stay, baby. Get out.
Get out.
Now we pretty much have 2 seasons.
Yes.
It's summer and winter, and then we have 2 weeks of fall and 2 weeks of spring.
You know, it's still better than Montana. It was Montana was 9 months of winter, a month of fall, month and a half of fall, I should say, and about a half a month of spring and a half a month of summer.
That makes sense.
Bro, we got 4 foot of snow and a snow blizzard on June 30th on my birthday. Oh, wait, this is bullshit.
Can you feel me? I can feel you, dog.
I can feel you, dog.
Speaking of feels, today is a very special day. So I wanted to point that out. Today is my mom's birthday. My mom would be 75 today.
Wow.
And so I want to say happy birthday to my mom. She passed away in 1991 when I was 21 years old.
God.
But she's been with me through everything. I feel her presence all the time.
Still remember that.
I see her in the eyes of my children and my grandchildren now. So, Mom, I love you. And you know what? If you stop by and say hi, I would really be tickled pink. But I know you're looking down on me, and I know you're happy. So I'm lighting a candle for her today. So
Dave's gonna cry.
I'm gonna cry.
It's not for you.
Yeah. It's for me. It's mine. Thanks, brother. Appreciate it. So while I cry, let's get to the lore on the Dark Watcher and see what these cryptids are really about. Check this out. Santa Lucia Mountains are a wonder to behold. These mountains touch the skies in California while the seemingly endless Pacific Ocean is at their feet. But by the light of twilight or dawn, shadowy figures will sometimes appear on the horizon. These figures are called the Dark Watchers. Some say the indigenous American Chumash people were the first to report this cryptid, but there is nothing in their folklore that resembles the Dark Watchers. It was when the Spaniards first settled into the area in the 1700s that the Dark Watchers, or Los Vigilantes Oscuros, were documented. Dark Watchers appear as featureless silhouettes. They are described as tall, or sometimes even giant-sized, ranging from 7 to 30 feet tall, with wide-brimmed hats and walking sticks in hand. These specters have made it their mission to sternly observe those on the mountains below. Sometimes referred to as the Old Ones, it is said that when the Watchers are present, you will have the feeling of being watched and be drawn to them. When you look upon them, they will vanish instantly. Tales across generations, however, say that if you approach these cryptids, you will be the one that will disappear. 20th century novelist John Steinbeck has been told stories of the Dark Watchers since his childhood and wrote about them in his 1938 collection of short stories called The Long Valley. Poet Robinson Jeffers also wrote about the Watchers in his 1937 collection of poems entitled Such Counsels You Gave to Me and Other Poems. There, he describes the Watchers as forms that look human to human eyes, but certainly are not human. The Dark Watchers will sometimes accept offerings of fruits and nuts. John Steinbeck's mother was one to present these offerings to the Watchers and receive flowers in return. While the purpose of the offerings as well as the origin of this cryptid is still unknown, sightings of these entities are still happening to this day. As we approach this cryptid, we will do our best not to vanish until we find out if this is a real cryptid or if the sun is set on a 300-year-old optical illusion.
Interesting. I okay. Hear me out. See, that's kind of what I'm
Please
getting.
listen.
All right.
See? Please listen.
So, all right. So these things giant sized, right? 30 feet tall.
Yeah.
Huge. And I read a lot of studies about the optical illusion of these things, right? Because dusk and dawn is really the twilight hours is where they really tend to appear to people.
Right.
You know, they're not something that you see in the night or anything like that. They're not like your normal shadow figure. And they talk about the optical illusion with the sun being behind them and fog and all that stuff, which I was like, okay, that I can see how that could explain it. But how do you explain it that they just disappear?
As soon as you look at
Over.
I mean,
it. My ghost tube just said move over.
Help me.
yep, everybody agrees, Dave, you should do audiobooks. You gotta be the new Morgan Freeman out there.
Are you okay?
I'm okay.
But I mean, how do you explain them disappearing? That's my thing. I mean, I can get behind the visual illusion of the sun setting and creating a long shadow. I can get behind that. What I
Right.
don't understand is why is there a rainbow aura around them, for one? Again, a lot of times that's just moisture in the air. I get it.
Yeah.
But why does all that disappear? That's the part that doesn't make sense to me. It's like, oh man, look at that. That's crazy. Gone. What
Yeah.
the fuck was that? Because you wouldn't go, that's a cool optical illusion, and keep watching it and take pictures of it, and then it
Yeah,
disappear and go,
rainbows don't go away as soon as you look at them.
no.
That's an optical illusion.
I want to calm.
Yeah.
A
Forward.
mirage does not go away when you look at it.
No.
That's those are optical illusions. They say that this is kind of like, when you see Jesus in a piece of toast. But I'm still going, but why is it as soon as you look at it, it's gone? It disappears. Not like you look at it and it's not there anymore. You look at it and then it goes away.
Yeah, that
I
was
know.
my whole
I
thing.
know, right?
When I was reading this, I was like, I can get behind that. I understand what you're saying, but what you don't explain to me is why does it disappear?
Why does it disappear?
You don't explain that.
And the other thing is, an optical illusion will not make you feel like you're being watched,
Moron.
right?
Or draw
Or
you to it.
or draw you to it. Because you'll be drawn, and it was like there's a thing, I don't know, I can't remember what it's called, but you can tell when someone's staring at you,
Yes. Yeah.
and you just
That's
turn and look.
sense.
Yeah,
That's
you
sixth
get that sense, and you just turn and look that way.
Yeah.
That an optical illusion wouldn't do that.
No.
It has to be something tangible.
Yeah, something tangible, something
You,
material.
you feel like something's watching you, like something's looking at you, and you're drawn to it. So you look to it, and you're generally drawn off trail.
Yeah,
It's unknown.
It is unknown.
yeah.
And that's the big thing. There's not a lot of information about these things because you
And
can't get to them.
And the
They're
crazy
gone.
thing is you got 300 years of history.
Yeah.
With the Dark Watchers.
Yeah.
And we just found out about them.
Yeah.
Like maybe a couple months ago.
Yeah. When we were getting ready to do our Colorado and California cryptids.
Yeah. And there is little information, and probably that dates back even further with the Shamash.
Yeah.
But even they don't have anything that depicts them in their folklore stories.
They do. Yeah, they do not call to them in any of their history. They don't have anything that resembles these things.
Said something about a turret. You have a date or idea when that will be? Yeah.
Absolutely. So that's
gonna be December 29th.
December 29th.
That is the Clash of Cryptids.
Clash of Cryptids tournament. So we are going to take our top 32 cryptids that by score that we've reviewed this year.
Yeah.
And we're going to do a tournament, single elimination, to reduce it down to what we feel is the most dangerous cryptid that we've reviewed.
Yeah.
We did the same thing with haunted locations, and that was a blast.
That was fun.
That was so much fun when we came back from our summer break. So if you're interested, read and taking a look at that. It is on our YouTube channel. You can look that up. It's our haunted locations tournament.
Doll.
Is that doll?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, really slow though. Doll.
No, Robert's not in the tournament.
No, not that. No, that. Well, actually, he was in the location tournament.
He was in the locations tournament, but not in the. I just want to point this shirt out.
Yeah.
My love Ceci made. I love it. I love it. It's great. Humans are a hoax. But yeah, the tournament's gonna be freaking amazing.
Yeah.
And who knows? Bigfoot might.
Who knows? We might have a surprise. like we did with the location tournament, and the Kaimuki House made it to the finals.
Kaimuki House took out our number one overall.
Took out our highest ranked location.
So I'm just saying.
That's pretty damn good.
And I like how it says dangerous when we talk about the Kaimuki House. Yeah, absolutely dangerous.
It was dangerous. Part of the reason why it beat 2 in our top 4.
Yeah.
And that thing was ranked number 7.
What do you want?
It beat 1 and 3.
Yeah, it beat 1 and 3. And lost against 2, but 2 was a juggernaut.
Yeah.
There was just
There's too much going on
but
there.
it was still pretty close.
Blue.
It was closer than I expected.
Yeah.
Closer than anybody else did against it.
No. Yeah. That's that was a good tournament. I
That's
still remember that going, wow. But yeah, the Dark Watchers. Let's get back to the Dark Watchers here.
Regret.
To
your left.
Again,
yeah, that's yours.
there's nothing to my left. My dog's to my right.
Okay. So they can't
They can't laugh and they can't sing. Finding it hard to do anything. You see, I feel glad when you're glad.
Why I just said food? Is it like it's really weird? Food.
Food.
Food for thought. Explain to me why they disappeared. They can't do that. That's what bugs the hell out of me. You got 300 years, possibly longer of seeing these things.
But the best thing that they have is they see these things. These things are seen, and they're seen to this day. Like they're still there.
Pretty much. Spicy's asking. We showed the map earlier. Have they only been spotted on the Central Coast or all over California? It pretty much the Monterey Peninsula. That just pretty much all the way up that peninsula there is kind of the big thing. And like I said, and like Dave was talking about at the beginning, a little bit in Arizona for some reason.
Yeah, there's 2 mountains in Arizona where they've been spotted.
Yeah.
And then the Santa Lucia Range right there on the coast.
Yeah, the coastal range is where they're at for some reason. And here's the question though. What are they watching? Why are they watching?
They're watching people. They're watching people. Anybody who's on the mountain, they watch them.
Yeah, but why? I mean, why?
Exactly. Why?
Why are you watching us?
And here's what I'm wondering. Okay, if the Shumash have never reported these things, then they never watched the Shumash. But as soon as the Spaniards show up, now they're appearing.
Yeah,
so do these things watch outsiders?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Picking up what you're putting down.
Just thoughts, minor epiphany. Do these things only watch outsiders, or do they only watch people that they think can disrespect the land?
Okay. Okay. Hold on. Wait a second.
What is it? Time out.
So these guys are the watchers, right? They're the stenographers of people showing up that are outsiders.
Mm-hmm.
And the Lone Pine Mountain Devil is the enforcer. Remember how we're talking about?
You're sponging me up feeling. Come on, you're right there.
The enforcers of like you're out there watching. Oh, you just got to throw your can there, huh? Just
you're gonna litter, motherfucker. You're gonna litter.
Hold on.
I'm gonna drag your ass off.
You bleed this motherfucker over here. Yeah, I see him.
Fine. Hey, it's Watcher. Yeah, you know what I saw, dude? Check this motherfucker out.
Yeah, I'm gonna put an idea in his head to go to Lone Pine.
Yeah, I'm gonna send him over your way. Fuck that dude up.
I wonder if that's kind of it, though. I mean, would you consider these things? Because I don't know if I consider these things to necessarily be a spiritual guardian.
Well, see, I'm wondering that. I mean, I'm kind of tossing around either these are some kind of Native American elemental spirit of some sort,
Yeah, I kind of
or
got that
these,
feel too.
yeah, or these could be extraterrestrial, dimensional beings.
That was the other thing I was thinking too, because some of these caught on camera.
Oh shit! Sorry, Michelob's nasty. I'm just gonna say.
Some of these that have been caught on camera have been
Listen.
gotten with rope. I don't know.
I'm listening.
Have
I'm
had
listening.
a very extraterrestrial feel to them, or
Right.
dimensional being feel to them.
Mm-hmm.
And I know next season we're going to be getting heavier into the aliens
Yes.
and extraterrestrial beings, I should say. But with the way things are kind of going right now with UFOs and shit, the videos I've been fucking watching, they could very well just be dimensional or extraterrestrial beings watching, studying.
Yeah.
Why they want to see how we put up a tent, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. It's kind of I had that thought too about the extraterrestrial beings or even dimensional being type feel to them.
Male.
I guess they're male.
Well, I haven't seen a picture of a female one.
No, me neither.
And
Brother.
why do they look like pilgrims? On
Why?
some of these.
Yeah, let's put the wide brim hat and the walking stick. If they're shadow beings, why do they look like they're wearing hats and have canes or walking sticks with them?
Yeah,
What's up with that? Because I mean, I'm going. That's really odd.
Trash.
Guess it's trash.
I don't know. There's
It's not sporky. We're not talking about that.
those pictures that looks like a rock with a hat on it.
Please listen.
I mean, it really does look like a rock with a hat on it, but it
Follow
could be a
you.
cloaked figure.
Yeah.
If you follow me, like and subscribe too. That one looks like Jeepers Creepers.
Yeah. Right.
Oh wait, no, that's don't want to see that.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
these
some of the
ones-
sightings, just the ones you're talking about, where they have these
like that
rainbows
yeah.
around them. Like these are actual photographs.
No, that
Stay.
yes, see, I don't.
But I mean, I gotta say, there's a ton of sightings out there.
Dude, yeah, tons.
There's tons of sightings. And even so that there's a person who did research on like
I'm not sure.
well, maybe you'll be sure in a minute, but there's a person who did research on all these sightings and put it together and came up with a list of things, or let's say parameters, that cause the Dark Watchers to appear.
I didn't see that.
Right? So they said, first, the person is usually walking alone or with one other person.
Okay.
Second, they feel drawn to look at an area just off the trail where the entity is standing. Third, the entities are in shadow, which obscures their distinguishing features, or they just don't have faces, which leads to like the Slender Man type thing.
Yeah.
In fact, there's a lot of pictures out there where they say Dark Watcher,
No.
but they're pictures of Slender Man.
Yeah.
Physically, the Watchers seem to always appear similar between encounters.
Yeah,
Which
the
means-
descriptions are very, very similar.
They're very similar, and if a person sees them multiple times, I mean, they're different. Like in some cases they see one, in
Dangerous.
some cases they see a couple of them, in some cases they'll see 3 or 4.
Yeah.
But if one
Why
person
is she
sees
here?
them multiple times, they see the same ones every time.
That's crazy. That means it's almost like they
Like-
are
like-
watching you.
Yeah, like they are watching you. Hey, I know this guy. So 2, 3, and 7 watch this guy. And I'm going, okay, that's interesting. So that, is there a group of them? Are there just a few?
Yeah.
And if they're shadow figures, are they able to change their size between 7 and 30 feet? Or are these different cryptids? Or is one cryptid able to grow to a larger size,
or it
depending on where they're at?
could be the aging process too.
Yeah. Like what we had with the ninja.
Yeah. Yeah.
Could be something with the aging process.
No
It could be
regret.
something with the position of the sun
Could be
at
positioning.
twilight,
Yeah.
as to how big they look, how big they are, because of where the shadow that they're casting.
Yeah.
Because I'm wondering if the shadow isn't them.
Library.
So
Okay,
the
so-
shadow itself is not them. You're
Right.
catching their shadow.
You're catching their shadow.
Lower your
You're not
They're
voice.
actually
invisible.
saying the
Exactly.
watcher. You're seeing
Yeah.
the shadow of the watcher, which you can't actually see the watcher.
Right.
Ooh, that's a little scarier, actually.
So yeah, what if these things are invisible and we're seeing the shadow that they cast?
Or not necessarily invisible. Because invisible, you wouldn't cast a shadow. But if you were like chameleon style predator shit going on,
Yeah,
your
some type
physical
of camouflage type of thing.
your physical body's still there, so the sun gets behind you, you're still going to cast this shadow.
Right.
Oh, run, yeah,
Run. Run. But aside from the stories of if you approach a Dark Watcher, they will make you disappear. And I think this is also part of the reason why there's not much
It's
documentation
what
on
we
these things.
want.
Because if you look at them, they disappear. If you approach them, you disappear. You're just gone.
And with the amount of hikers and shit that disappear
Thousands
a year, disappear, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, they're making tons of documentaries about this shit right now, about all the hikers that are disappearing in the Appalachians, St. Lucians, the Sierra Nevadas, the Rockies. I mean, it's epidemic.
And why
Everywhere.
couldn't
Come
there
here.
why couldn't there be Dark Watchers in those mountain ranges?
Or even the Lone
Maybe
Pine Mountain
it's
Devil.
just in the Santa Lucia because of the way the sun is when the sun sets at twilight.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just in a special spot to where that's how you see them, or that's how you see their shadow.
Yeah.
And in the Appalachians, you don't get that because
No.
the sun's position's different.
Well, you got too much force.
Yeah.
That's interesting. That's interesting. Man, this is a weird one. And I know you brought up
Cursed.
John Steinbeck in the history, but his son Thomas Steinbeck actually saw the Dark Watchers,
Yes.
and him and this painter Robert something, I think his name was, actually ended up writing a book about it. Search of the Dark Watchers, I think is what it's called. Search for the Dark Watchers. Like, he was very adamant about what he saw. And then there was
Tombstone.
Mm-hmm.
high school teacher in like 1960 went hiking there.
Yeah, it was In Search of the Dark
In
Watchers.
Search of the Dark Watchers. That's it.
Yeah.
My dad.
Benjamin Brode was
painter?
Dangerous.
was the artist. Yeah.
Yeah. And then there's the teacher from in the 60s that went out hiking with a bunch of his friends, and he saw the Dark Watchers.
Mm-hmm.
And like he saw it, and he yells at his buddies, the other hikers that he's with, "The hell's that?" And it's gone. And that's the thing that bugs me. If it's a optical illusion, why is it gone all of a sudden?
Why did it disappear like that? Yeah, it shouldn't disappear.
Who was she?
That's my wife. She's upstairs. You leave her alone, or else I won't be able to go to Colorado. But yeah, that's the thing. I'm like, okay, a lot of research that I did is trying to say that this thing is an optical illusion.
Yeah.
And but you don't answer this question.
The most important question out of all of it.
Yeah.
For me.
Yeah.
Why does it just disappear?
Why do they vanish? Illusion. Why do they vanish? And they vanish after you look at them.
Yeah. It's just
it's not like you look and they're gone. Yeah. It's you look, you see them, you're able to take a picture or a short video, and then they're gone.
That doesn't make sense to me.
No.
Because even if you want to say, well, the sun's setting. Okay, I get that. But it wouldn't just disappear.
It wouldn't disappear. If they're like, oh, it's the shadow from the trees. Okay, so if it's the shadow from the trees, why is the shadow disappearing?
Yeah, the shadow would change. It wouldn't disappear.
The sun's position doesn't change. My position's not changing. The tree's not moving. Unless it's Aokigahara Forest, the tree's not moving.
The tree's not moving. That's the thing that really gets with these. It's like, okay,
because I came into this thinking that these were myth. I really did.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure because again, didn't really hear about these things. I haven't really. It's not like top 10 cryptid that people talk about. No. And I have never heard of these things. I've heard of the Shadow Man and all that stuff. And when you talked about the Dark Watchers and what they looked like, I was like, okay, this is kind of the Shadow Man thing, but they're calling them different for some reason. And I'm like, I'm not sure what these are. I didn't know how to feel about them. And I started doing the research, and I'm like, okay, maybe an optical. Wait a minute, why do they just disappear? And that was the main thing that stuck with me throughout the whole research. I'm like, okay, they're this big. They're not really attacking nobody. They don't feel very dangerous or anything like that. Tons of sightings, lots of pictures, some, and I'm like, but why do they just disappear? Why can't you answer that part for me? Because science can't explain why it just disappears. Like, oh, it's just an optical illusion. Okay. But why does it just disappear? When you're driving down the road and it looks like water, it don't just disappear. It just looks like the water keeps getting further away from you as you're driving down the road. Because the pavement's still high.
Rainbow, when you try to get to it, it just seems to get further and further away.
Yeah.
It doesn't just go away as soon as you look at it. So yeah, the math does not work for me.
No, and that's the part that makes me go, what the fuck are these? Okay. Yeah. Okay, maybe this has to be something. I can't explain it, but it has to be something.
Right.
It's something is there.
Right.
Something's either casting a shadow and it's not seen. Their physical form is not being seen, but the shadow is, which is why they might not have the features that people want to see. Right. Or they are the shadow and they are a physical form. And they just have a very tremendous size chart, and they just disappear.
Right.
17.
Please go.
Please go. but there's something there. That's the thing for me. There's something there, and it just goes away.
Yeah.
And that part, it goes, whoa, wait, why? And then again, I know we kind of did the whole round the world thing with the Lone Pine Mountain Devil and everything, but why are they watching? That's the thing.
Yeah.
That is it just an outsider thing? Which in that case, anybody there would be an outsider to the Shumash.
Exactly.
So,
and that's why I'm wondering, because that's why they would be seen a lot now, is because just about everybody that goes into those mountains to hike or whatever, they're outsiders.
they're all outsiders.
They're not indigenous.
No. So I don't know. It's what and that's the thing it just keeps going in my head. What the fuck are they watching for? Why are they watching?
Why are they watching? Why are they just watching? What are they watching for? Why is there,
what happens when they're done watching? Because they've been watching for 300 years now. What happens when they're done studying us?
Why do you drive on a parkway and park on a driveway? I don't know. But
why are pizzas round, cut in triangles and put in a square box? These are things I don't understand.
I don't understand why they call what doctors do practice.
Pagan.
If you've met my doctors, you'd know why.
Well, no, I've met my doctors and I get it, but why I have to pay for it, I don't understand. Oh, let's try this. No, that doesn't work.
Yeah, at least they fixed the hot dog thing. Hot dogs do come in packages of 8 now.
Yes. Thank goodness. I'm walking around with 2 buns and I'm dealing with my own buns as it is after I've eaten 8 hot dogs. Okay, so I have 3 videos to show, but like I said, there's a ton of video evidence out there.
There's a lot of stuff out
there.
There's
a lot. But I grabbed 3 videos. One really short, and then the other 2 are a little bit longer. So let's take a look at those, and then we can score this bastard and see where we're at. So check this out. It just repeats the same thing, but I zoomed in on it. Did you see it?
Yeah, hold on. Let me maximize my screen here. Go, throw that up there one more time, Dave.
Unomas.
Whenever you're ready.
Look on the ridge there.
Yeah, I know. I see it. There.
Yeah.
That's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
And
third.
That was in February of this year.
Okay. That's pretty far off.
I mean, they're on the road and the mountain's like way over there.
Yeah. And you could see this thing.
You could see them sticking up out of the trees.
Dude, what are all these things about the giants? Like, have you seen the pictures of the giants working out on top of mountains, bro, and walking around? What if them too?
That's some shit, bro.
Look like trees. Oh, you can't pause the video, huh?
I can't pause the video, unfortunately. I could probably grab a still shot of it and put it in here. Let me do that.
The technical director is rendering.
Yes. Well, the technical director is pulling up the software resources.
I just those are the 2 things that just kind of spin through my mind when I think of the Dark Watchers, though, is why can't you explain why it just disappears?
If it's an illusion, why is it disappearing? And if they're real, what are they watching for?
Yeah. Why are they watching?
Those are my 2 questions. I don't.
I didn't share that.
Hold.
Hold? Okay. I will hold in a second. But right now, because I zoomed in on it, where's my box? Oh, okay. Sounded dirty, but I didn't mean it like that.
I'm trying not to laugh. I get in trouble.
I know, me too.
These rum and Dr. Peppers are going way faster than I thought they would.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
I guess I shouldn't call it Dr. Pepper. I'm drinking the generic stuff today.
Is that the Mr. Pibb or the
Dr. Wow.
Dr. Wow? So you're having a rum and wow.
I'm having a rum and wow.
Rum and wow. I like it. Okay. So
Rum and Coke. I got rum and wow.
I got rum and wow.
Exclamation
So-
point. All right, let's take a look here. That's a little
So
blurry.
I mean it's moving, so it's still blurry, but if those are trees, it's way above the trees. It's way above the tree line.
Interesting. I'm gonna say that this video is inconclusive.
But still
good
has to count. But
good capture.
oh Jesus. Michelob, damn it.
Oh.
All right, let's go to the second video. Check this out.
Check it.
This one's a little bit longer.
Let's check it out, Dave. Dark Watcher spotting Greenfield.
Yep.
Oh, what the hell?
See that on the ridge?
That moved.
And it moved. And it's above the trees.
Angela.
And it's Angela. And then there's a still of it.
Definitely looks like he got a brimmed hat on.
Yeah, and it looked like I saw shoulders.
Definitely dark like a shadow. But
Yeah.
solid mass. Above the tree line. I don't know how big the trees are there.
But shit, if they're 10 feet tall, then that thing's at least 15 feet tall. And it's the top of the ridge.
I do like that one. That's a good one.
And that was
Slowly.
in March of this year.
Wow. So February,
And-
March, the next one from April.
This one's from May. 'Cause I got 3. So this one's from May. And this one is actually they're on the mountain.
Castle.
Was that asshole?
No, I said castle, not asshole.
Okay. All right.
Called me an asshole before the show.
I
Dave.
was-
It's being
I was
nice.
about to take my shoes off and fucking all right, motherfucker. I don't have any hoop earrings, but I'm gonna take them out. Don't make me take my weave out. I'm gonna fucking
It's possible.
it's possible.
Oh.
Oh no, he didn't.
Yes.
Okay.
he did.
Yes, he did.
Sure.
Sure. So check it out. So this is 2
Oh,
watchers.
2 watchers.
One is crouched down, and the other one, well, they're both crouched down, but one of them stands up in the video.
All right.
So check this out.
Okay, I see them by the tree.
See in the tree line there? And then watch, I circled that, and then watch the other one. I pull back, and then there's that.
Ah. That's interesting. That's an interesting one. I does it say where that video's from? Like area?
No, I didn't get an area, just that it was from May of 2023.
What is that? Bigfoot.
It's possible.
It's
Nah.
possible, but I don't think that was
Could be Bigfoot. But I don't know. It just I didn't really see hands. I didn't see fingers. It
What
just
is your
looked like it
name?
was like a featureless humanoid shape
big. Yeah.
standing
Yeah.
up. Now it did seem like it was roughly human size, maybe a little bit taller, but not that big.
No, I'd probably put that.
I'm excited.
I'd probably put that at the low range, like 7 foot, 8 foot area.
But definitely not the 10 to 30 feet.
Not the one standing on the treetop
No.
above the trees.
No. And
East,
the only thing that would have made those videos better is if they just disappeared.
Right.
Man, that just bugs the hell out of me.
I wish I would have actually caught something like that, because that would have been really cool to see. But most of them are like either still shots or
Yeah.
these short little videos where they spot them and then you don't see them vanish. They just stop the video.
I think the second video I like the
The
best.
second one is the most compelling. I
I
agree.
think I like that one. First one I can understand where spicy, where Reed's coming from there with it could be trees, with being how far out that was.
Yeah, but I
But
mean that's
why-
really
why-
far.
Why there's four trees that are 20 foot taller than the rest of the trees, I don't know.
Yeah, and they don't have a whole lot of leaves on them.
There's no leaves on.
Not a whole lot of branches. It's just kind of like, and like like that. It's possible, but if those are dark watchers, and like I said, if they are viewed as dark watchers, then we take them as face value.
Yeah, we're not here to judge
for our
people.
scoring
We're
purposes.
here to review a cryptid.
Yeah, we're not here to discount everything like Rich did when we
Yeah.
did our Halloween episode.
Yeah. Because like I like the third one, that could very much be CGI. It does look a little blocky, you know.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So
I think the second one is the best one.
but the second one, I really like the second one. The second one,
Yeah, but like I said,
Totally
there's a bunch of these that are all in that spectrum.
yeah,
Whether you're like it's so far away you can't really tell, or you get a really good shot, or you get these ones that are really close, but you're not sure if it's real or not.
okay. You ready to score this bad boy?
Yep. One more time on the good one.
I think that's my favorite one.
I like that it zoomed in, or that it moved, and then when I grabbed the still shot of it,
Yeah.
I mean that looks like a being. That looks like something standing over the trees.
Yeah. I like that it has mass. It's I like that one. I really
Yeah.
do like that one. All right, so
All right, so score.
I did so we're cryptids here. Scoring is a little bit different than locations. So we start with size.
Asshole.
There it is.
There it is. That's all for you, bro.
You motherfucker. You motherfucker.
Okay, so when we talk about the size, we look at the maximum reported height, which is 30 feet.
Now I saw 10 feet as max reported height. I didn't see the 30-foot one, so my score is probably gonna be a lot different than yours.
So yeah, I was like,
at 30 feet, I'd be
most of them were like 7 to 10 feet, and then I started seeing 15, and then I started seeing 15 to 30, and I was like,
damn.
okay. And
Well,
then when
30
I saw that second video, I'm like, okay, that could be 30 feet.
Yeah. 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 I was at a 7 with the 10-foot.
Okay.
But at the 30-foot, I'd have to put this at a 10.
I actually went 9.
Oh,
But I do think it could be a 10. But we're looking at the other 10s, like the Naga, which could be 80 feet tall, the Ningen, which could be 120 feet tall, long, or 500 feet, like the one that we saw in the video. That's the only reason why I went 9.
I can't leave.
I know, but I think if it's
Well,
a
even the
10,
Wendigo,
it's like
I think
a
we gave
true
the
10.
Wendigo a 10, right?
We gave the Wendigo a 10, but that could go to 40 feet
Well, that's
and even bigger.
actually bigger. I mean, actually, the
Yeah.
natives depict them as big as mountains.
Yeah,
Depends on
it
how much
gets
it
bigger
eats.
every time it eats. So, the Loch Ness monster, the Naga, the Mo'o,
Well, see,
the
the Loch
slick
Ness
rock
monster. That's only about 30 feet.
So, do you think it's stacked? But I mean, it's got thickness too.
That's true.
I
It
just
does have
if
more
it's a
mass.
shadow figure, I just didn't know what kind of mass. So 9s are like the Leshy.
I do like the
and
Leshy, even though they could be as tall as trees, they don't have the mass to be.
the Thunderbird with the big old wings.
Yeah.
I think those are the only 9s.
Nicholas,
No, well, Nicholas is a 9, but that's Kevin's son. The Yow, no, not the Yowie. That's Thunderbird. Yowie's an 8.
Yeah, Yowie's an 8. The Bats
Werewolf is an 8. Bigfoot's an 8.
Rougarou is an 8, I think.
I'm trying.
I'm trying, but yeah, the only 9s are the Leshy.
Oh yeah,
And
I could see putting it in with the Leshy and everything. 9. That sounds good to me. I like that.
Okay.
I didn't know how to do speed on this thing. I didn't
Okay.
know.
So
I put it
the
at a
only
6. I put it at a 6, but the fact that it could just
It just disappears. I put it at a 10
I was
because
like,
it basically teleports. It's basically, whether it shifts into another dimension or whatever, I put it as a 10. Even though as far as actual like movement, it doesn't seem to move very much.
no, it doesn't.
But
I mean, you
but
saw
if
that
you look
one
on it,
video.
but if you look on it, it disappears. And I mean, that's fast. So
Blink of an eye, basically. That's
Yeah.
fast. That's
so I went 10.
I'll go 10 here. I'll go 10 here.
you shouldn't be here.
Oh, sorry. I paid
Well, shit.
That's twice they told me I shouldn't be in Colorado.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you got to move, bro. California's pretty nice this time of year.
The taxes
You
aren't.
moved down here, I don't have to travel so far to come see you. Okay, so evidence.
Okay,
So this-
so there's
this
a
is
lot of
the-
pictures out there. There's a lot of videos out there. There's a lot of stories about them. A lot of about the of what people have seen.
Mhm.
I did put that kind of all together. I
Yeah.
wasn't a 10. I can't say I was a 10 here.
Me
I
neither.
went 8 is
So
where I
did I.
landed. I like it.
So did I. We're on the same page, brother.
I went 8. I don't see a 9 or a 10 here. I think about the evidence for 9s and 10s, and I can't go up that high with these.
Yeah.
Aggression. I was at a 1.
Okay, I went 3, and I only went 3 because if you approach them, then you disappear.
I'm
They'll take
scared.
you with them. That's the only thing, and mine just said I'm scared.
No, that was mine saying I'm scared.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Mine, I think mine's shut down. I think mine's closed.
What?
Yeah, my app closed.
I'm not talking to you.
I looked over and it was just my home screen, and I'm like, wait.
You went
So, yeah.
3.
Watching
I went-
you.
Watching, see, I went 3
Where?
because of the feeling that you're being watched, the fact that you can disappear, things like that. But yeah, it's very low. But I went 3.
I will give it a 3 based off of how many hikers have gone missing, and whether or not that could be the Watchers and you approaching them, I don't know. But I will give it that 2-point bump. I will take it to a 3.
Okay.
The lore here is very lacking, unfortunately.
It's disturbing because it goes back 300 years, but there's no real knowledge of it.
Yeah,
So
I
have to
I
consider that.
gave points to that.
I did. I gave points to that too.
I went a 7 on the lore. I'm not gonna lie. I probably scored it high.
I'm actually good with it. I went 6, but I wouldn't be opposed to going 7, but I went 6 because it goes back 300 years.
I like
then
the multitude of books that have been written about them, the poems that have been written about them. There are quite a few different stories. I like this.
I can't leave.
Secrecy about them. It
Yeah.
feels like for a cryptid. It feels like I'm trying to look for info inside a federal building.
Right.
And that.
And I don't think it's that they're trying to keep it from me. I just think that nobody's gotten close enough to know.
And then I gave. And this is again another point for lore for me was science is like, oh, it's just an optical illusion. Okay, explain them disappearing. We can't do that.
Yeah. When then they change the subject, explain why they disappear. No, you see, it's like that. Okay, then explain why they disappear.
No, but you see, it's no. You're avoiding my question, damn it.
You're avoiding my question. Answer my question.
So I kind of put that in with the lore
here.
for me. So that's where I was at a 7.
I'd almost be willing to go to a 7 for that. I didn't even consider that, but
I like that science can't explain it.
Yeah. No, I'll go 7. I'll match that.
Sightings. Here you went 10. Okay, I stayed with the evidence and I stayed at the 8 here, but
That's all the evidence is. It's all sightings. There's some feelings, but it's all sightings. There's video, there's pictures, there's a ton of it. So it's a 10 for me.
No, I do kind of agree with you there on that. Okay.
I think the evidence is one dimensional. The sightings, the stories, the pictures, the videos, that is absolutely a 10.
Yeah.
But getting to the audio is where it hurts. It's a 1.
It's a 1. There's no audio with these at all.
No audio. These things are silent.
At all.
Nothing. They don't move trees. They don't, break branches.
They don't crack their branches as they're walking.
You don't hear shit. There's nothing about the wind blowing. There's nothing. Nothing. They don't make a sound.
And we can't give out zeros.
There's no audio. We don't give out zeros. It's 1
Leave
10.
me alone.
So it's got to be 1.
I can hear you.
I almost wanted to go 2 because they are the most silent creatures that we've ever reviewed. But
I don't know.
Technically,
not having audio.
Give it a 1 for being silent. We've done that before. It was like, hey, there's no audio evidence, and that is audio evidence.
Yeah, but that was for a completely different reason.
That was a completely different thing. That was like when you don't hear birds.
Yes, yeah.
That stuff.
Physical object. Now, I need to change my score. Because people, based off of what you went with the aggression, people disappearing. I'd probably take it back up to a 3.
Okay. I went 4. And I went 4 because of the offerings. People offer them fruits and nuts, and then they get returned flowers.
I don't like it.
And they don't like fruits.
And they don't like it. So maybe I should go 5.
I told him.
They don't like it, Dave. They don't like the offerings.
They don't
They
like
like
the offerings.
They like cash, Dave.
They want money. They want Visa, motherfucker. Give me some checks. Give me some Visa. But yeah, so I originally went 4.
I can't.
And it was 2 for the people disappearing, and then 2 for the offerings, and then the return gift of the flowers, which is reported to happen.
Like the 2 for the people.
2 for the people.
2 for the people.
Yeah, 2 for the people, and then I did 1 for the offerings and 1 for the return gift. So that's why I ended up with 4. But otherwise, there's no touchy feely.
Do they always get a return gift, or
Don't.
sometimes?
Only what they earn their favor, I guess. It's not always, but John Steinbeck's mother would give offerings of fruit and nuts, and she would get flowers back. That was one report that I did get for sure. Okay.
I was just gonna say.
I don't know if everybody got flowers back,
And
and I know that there are people in that area, in Big Sur and that kind of stuff. In particular, what's his fucking name? The dude that they ended up writing when Thomas wrote the book about. It was.
Can you hear her?
Billy something. Billy Post.
Billy Post, yeah.
Billy Post is a Big Sur resident that has seen them multiple times.
Yeah.
And he also gives them offerings. So there are a number of people in that area that give offerings to the Dark Watchers, and some of them get flowers in return. So
Okay.
So that's why I'm at a 4.
How did you feel about the emotional aspect here?
I'm sorry, did you match 4 with me?
Yes.
Okay. I was like, wait, I need to make sure that, because if you were at a 3 still, then we'd go.
No, I said, no, okay, I'll go for it. You kept talking.
I just want to make sure.
How'd you feel on the emotional aspect here?
The emotional is actually pretty decent.
Like, I like the emotional aspect here.
Yeah,
I honestly,
you feel like you're being watched.
Yeah,
you,
the feeling of being
feel
watched.
the urge to you're drawn to them.
Drawn to them. Yep.
You have you feel like you need to give offerings to him.
Yep.
And when you receive flowers in return, you got to feel pretty good about that.
Yeah.
So I actually think I went lower. Now that I'm holding my fingers up, because I went 6 and I should have gone 8.
I went 6. That's exactly where I landed. I landed on a 6 here.
Yeah.
And I didn't take my own emotional aspect into it, like the confusion of why they're watching me. Why can't you explain why they disappear? You know, I didn't take that into account. I mean, think about the emotional response you get when you see something just disappear in front of your face, too.
Yeah.
We don't put that into account. Whether or not if that's fear or anxiety or what you feel there, I guarantee you're going to get an emotional response. Something just disappears in front of your face. That's shock and awe all around. But I think I still want to stay at the 6. I think 6 is the right score for the emotional aspect here. Because they don't talk about it, right? Like they don't talk about that dread or anything like that. They don't talk about it. You got the feeling of being watched and the feeling of being drawn to them when you do see them. That's where it ends. They don't talk about how good it feels. It doesn't talk about what you're feeling when you're giving your offering.
No. But we have speculated on how.
Yeah, I mean, there's speculation there, which is why I went all the way up to the 6. The only thing I didn't really take into account is maybe how I feel about it. With, why are they watching? Or
I didn't take that into account either.
I try not to, and I mean, there's certain ones that I really
unless I have a personal experience.
Unless I want to punch a monk in the face.
Unless I want to punch a monk in the face. because there's a lot of dead babies underneath the temple.
Or I go on a 30-minute rant about suicide.
Or you go on a 30-minute rant about suicide. But yeah, no, if I have a personal experience there, which
Yeah.
you know, I
Move
I
it.
take vacations like right below that. So I've never
Yeah.
actually been to the mountain range, but I've been close.
Yeah, I've hiked those mountains.
Yeah,
I've hiked those
I've
mountains
never
down into the beaches.
I've never been into those mountains.
Yeah.
Lady.
I mean, I didn't see a watcher. You definitely get a feel of being watched, but you know, anytime I'm in a forest, I get a feeling of being watched.
Yeah, the last time I felt like I was being watched in the forest, I was actually being stalked by a mountain lion. So
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah. Been
so
there.
not paranormal,
Yeah. Been there.
but not a good thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I'm good with staying at a 6 Pro. And then the last thing is the danger. So
Danger
for
level here
me,
for me is very low.
it's very low. I followed the aggression though, and I went 3 because there is a chance you could disappear.
Yep. I did change my danger level to match my aggression level and switched it to a 3.
Mm-hmm.
Because for the same reason.
Yeah.
For the same reason. So what does that give your total score?
So the total score for the Dark Watchers of California and parts of Arizona is 61.
Never.
What was
Sacrifice.
your original score?
My original score was 60.
Wow.
So I was 1 point off.
They went up 1 point.
I went up 1 point.
1 point. Where'd you go up 1 point at? Physical object?
No, I had 4 for physical object. It was 9, 10, 8.
Lore? You went up on lore.
It was lore, yeah, because I had a 6.
Yeah.
And I went up to 7.
I went up 10 points.
Well, that's good.
I went up 10 points. The evidence, I went up. No, I was at 8 on evidence. I went up on aggression, danger, the physical object, the sightings, and the size
And the size, yeah.
and speed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Crazy.
So decent score. However, it does not make the top 32.
Oh no. I like them.
I like them. I like talking about them. I like the stories on them. I like the sightings. It's really cool. At this point right now, it is tied with the Slick Rock Bolter, your Colorado cryptid, at in
Mountain
the
whale.
in the 35th spot.
The mountain whale.
Mountain whale.
Woo! All right. So unlike the Slick Rock Bolter, Dave, do you believe this thing to be a real cryptid?
Come over here.
Or do you believe this just to be a what legendary creature? Well, I don't know what real or not, Dave.
Real or not? I gotta say that there's too many questions unanswered. Originally, I was thinking this was a myth, that this was not
that's
a real thing.
Told me.
But in going through it and the sightings and the stuff and the things that are happening, I absolutely don't think this is dangerous, but I think this is real.
Unless they're the shot callers for the Lone Pine Mountain Devil. It
Yeah.
could be very dangerous.
Yeah, unless they're just like they're feeding information to the Mountain Devil and the Mountain Devil kills them. And I'm right in between them, so I'm just going to be a good little boy and make sure I take out what I put in.
Pack out what you pack in. That's right.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure about these things. Again, I thought they were just an offshoot maybe of shadow people. the Hat Man type thing.
Yeah.
Doing the research on them,
I'm
a
excited.
lot of questions unanswered for me. But it feels like these could very well be a legitimate, real thing out there. There's too many being seen, not enough explanation for them, and I think these are real. I think they're real. I think there's
Yeah.
something that's. Honestly, I think they're out of this world. I'm gonna go back to maybe a dimensional being
I think they're
or
dimensional beings. I
extraterrestrial.
absolutely. I think there's a chance they could be
Ethan.
Native
Yeah.
American spirits of some sort.
Yeah.
And they just appeared when the Shumash had to leave.
Yeah.
Or
Yes.
but yes. Okay. So
Yes. Ah,
I think that's I think that's possible, but I think it's also possible they could be extra dimensional.
yeah. I think there's. I mean, the elemental is not off the books for me. Definitely could be. But I do think I'd lean more towards extraterrestrial, interdimensional type being happening here for me. Uh, so well, that's
Yeah.
2 weeks
I,
away.
yeah. I'm leaning more toward the Native American spirit, but
Yeah.
it's closer than I thought it would be to being extra dimensional, like 60-40, like really close.
Nice. So what do we got next week, Dave?
Man, so next week we're staying in California.
Two of my
Dinner,
most
dinner,
favorite.
dinner, 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 dinner. I don't
We
know
are
why.
gonna be at the Winchester Mystery House for our live next week. Well, we
Yeah.
aren't gonna be
Help
there,
me.
but I love this place.
What is the date?
Dave got to do a tour at this place that I haven't yet to go to
Not.
because that
Yeah,
place that spot was not open when
Yeah.
I did my stuff there, which sucks. But I love this place. The Winchester Mystery House is one of my favorite places in California to go visit.
Yeah. So I've been there twice. And the second time, well, first time I was 6 years old and I had a paranormal experience. The second time I was with my wife and we went on 2 tours, the main tour and the front of the house tour, which they just opened. And I had a paranormal experience.
Now, mind you, the front of the house has been closed since the
70s.
or
Well, since the 70s when they had the earthquake.
was it the 70s?
Yeah.
I thought it was the big earthquake in San Francisco that hit in wasn't or 1910 or something like that.
They had that, and they closed most of the house back then. But I think in the 70s, and when I do the history on it, I'll know more when I do.
'Cause I know the
when I do
front
that
of the
podcast.
house collapsed and they never fixed it until
Don't leave.
not too
Yeah,
long
but they
ago.
wouldn't let anybody in the front of the house from the 70s on,
Yeah.
and they just reopened it like that year that we went there.
Yeah.
So, and I had a really cool experience
I know
in that front tour because it was so few, fewer people, and yeah,
this is when
whatever.
you can say asshole.
Save a quarter, fuck yourself, bro. But Caveman, what's up, brother?
Crazy.
That's crazy.
That's
My
crazy.
nickname was Bigfoot in middle school. Oh, thank you, honey.
The hell she bring you?
She brought me stew.
Are you scared?
A little bit. I don't know if she poisoned me. I don't think she poisoned me.
It's wait till you get to the bottom of the cup and says you were poisoned.
You've been poisoned. So my middle school nickname was Bigfoot because I was still 5 foot, but wore a size 12 shoe before I shot up to 6'2" and had a 14 shoe. Damn it. And Miss Caveman's here. What's up, Miss Caveman?
Guys.
Way to come in. Like, we're just about done. So I really appreciate you coming in, though.
That I love this place. I love the Winchester Mystery House. Can't wait to talk about it
I
next
can't
week.
wait to talk about it. I can't wait to
we're-
score it. I don't know what it's going to get. I can't wait to score that location.
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about it before, right?
Yes, we've
Yeah.
talked about it, but we've
Never
we
scored.
we haven't really talked about it as one of the haunted locations, but we've talked about it.
Yes. Okay, that's right. Yes.
Yeah.
I've
So,
talked about it.
You've
on-
talked about it, but since
It's
I've been on the
unknown.
show,
we have not.
we haven't really, except briefly talked about it.
Yeah.
And then
Well, tonight we're gonna finish up our stuff on Scare Network with vampires
vampires.
to coincide with the werewolf that we did 2 weeks
Man,
ago. And then next
I
week
can't
we're gonna be talking
wait.
about Alcatraz.
Alcatraz, bro. Another place. I've been there 3 times,
Okay,
and you've been there.
I've been there. I've been there twice, but have gone on 3 different tours.
Yeah.
And the tour I went on, they don't do to people what they did to me.
Yeah.
And I'll wait for the show for it, but let me tell you, fuck that place.
Protect.
Yeah. Where were you when I was there, huh?
Yeah, right, motherfucker.
Yeah. Top Bet said, "Nah, I'm on vacation."
What, you had to stay on shore? God damn it.
He's like, I can't be traveling bodies of water and shit. But yeah, so 2 great shows for Scare Network. One for Vampires Night, which is gonna be great. I can't wait to talk
There's
about
3.
I can't. There's 3. I guess there's 3.
that. Well, there is.
I can't wait to play the lore on the vampires, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah. I literally wrote nothing down on vampires. I wrote nothing down on my piece of paper for vampires. Just because there is so much shit to write down. I'm like, I just can't do it. It's gonna be good.
Are we talking about getting head? I wish.
Yeah, talking about getting
Wait.
But it's gonna be a good show for Scare Network. Alcatraz is gonna be amazing next week for Scare Network. I think these last 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks is gonna be amazing.
It's gonna be really cool. This last month is gonna be killer.
So before we say goodnight, I do want to say thank you to a couple people. Of course, the Spotify for podcasters, why you're able to hear us on all your favorite places like Spotify, Google Podcast, Breaker, Pocket Cast, Radio Public, Apple Podcast, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music. We are on all those locations. So if you can't watch us, you can always listen to us on there. Great place to start and build your podcasting career. And of course, we want to thank StreamYard, which is why you're able to see our beautiful faces on Facebook with Spirits with JD, on the YouTube at Spirits, and even on Twitter at Spirits with Spurt. So StreamYard is a pay. We pay to use the StreamYard to do the multicasting, but it is worth it. It is cheap and lots of cool tools to use.
Yep, and they have a Black Friday special, which is $10 right now, you guys. So if you want to take advantage of it now's the time to do it.
Yeah, check it out. And of course, always want to thank Scare Network. We're getting ready to go over there and do their exclusive for their show. They are putting out amazing stuff. They just launched the last episode of Darkness in Suburbia, which was episode 7. Amazing stuff. They got the Roku stuff all fixed up. They're working on the Amazon Fire
and all that.
And
they just released a movie called Relentless.
I
can't wait. I can't wait to see that. I want to review it.
I'm trying to figure out which one we should review. I'm trying to figure out what we should review and send over to Billy and say, here you go. Check this out.
Well, I think we should review the documentary.
I think so. I'm going to talk to you this off. I think
we'll talk offline about that
off camera.
But yeah, I have my thoughts on how I want to do this, but yeah.
But we do want to thank everybody that came in tonight and said hello. Of course, we appreciate all you guys, whether you're watching us live or watching us on the replays or listening to us on your favorite places when you're taking that long drive to go see the family and whatnots. Again, want to say a very happy birthday to David's mother. It has been 30 years now. 30
Yeah,
years now, 32
32
years. 32
32
years
years
since
since she
she's
passed
gone
away.
now. Awesome
and
woman.
just so you guys know, I never look to the day that my loved ones have died. I look to the day that they were born, and that's what I celebrate.
Yeah, 31 years and amazing. She was a pretty cool. I only got to meet her a couple times because where she was living at, but
Yeah. Yeah, she was living up in Pollock Pines, and you only got to see her a couple times, but and then she passed away. Gosh, you were what, 14, 15 maybe?
14, 15.
Yeah.
Yeah, I turned 18 in 95, so yeah, right around there. Yeah, 14.
She passed away in 91.
Yeah, so it's
just before she turned 42.
Yeah, she liked the little guy running around being crazy. That's all I know.
Me.
Yeah. But she was awesome, and want to say happy birthday to her because you got to celebrate their birthdays even when they're gone, folks. Those are the people you love.
Bring it to me.
But, I didn't get to say what I was thankful for before we went out to Thanksgiving, so I am gonna say a couple things I'm thankful for in my life. Of course, my wife. I fucking love her to death. Love her to death. That woman is amazing. She says she's evil, but she's got the biggest fucking heart and she'll do anything for anybody. She's just fucking amazing. Of course, Dave, I'm thankful for you being in my life since I was a kid, man. Not just for coming on and being the guy that said, fuck yeah, I'll do the show with you. Because we get to do this every week and chit chat during the week and stuff. And and I honestly think I couldn't do this without you. There's no ifs, ands, or buts for me. You are the host with the most. Fucking love you. I love your wife, Leona. She's been with me almost as long as you have.
Yeah, because I'd started dating her when we met.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah, not too long after. Not
Do you
very
know?
long after.
Maybe just a few months.
Yeah,
maybe.
I'm thankful for everybody that me and Dave. We do this for fun. We're gonna be here whether anybody shows up or not.
But we love it when you show up.
But we love it when you guys show up and you put your comments in and you talk and you ask questions and your comedic sense in there.
I remember.
We love that.
I remember too.
So
special thanks to Spicy and to Corey and Caveman for jumping in and Miss Caveman for jumping in. And always your wife jumps in and says hey. So we love that.
I want you to go.
We are gonna go. Calm down.
We're getting there. I'm being thankful, damn it.
It's thankful time. Yeah.
I don't always say thank you for shit, okay?
Yeah. So I mean, I'm thankful also for faith and family.
It's
my wife, my 3 kids, 2 grandkids, my adopted family, everybody that's a part of my life. I'm thankful for you, John, and for the show.
Yeah.
Because with this show has brought us closer together.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
And I love doing the show. This is
it's a highlight. It's a highlight of my week.
It's at least as fun as doing the Faces for Radio podcast, which I do on Wednesday nights at 6:30 p.m. Pacific time.
Good plug.
Yeah. Come and see us next week as we're going to talk about but God, I'm looking forward to with our Scare Network. looking forward to hopefully doing many more years with them. And I'm thankful for Billy and Billy for taking faith in us,
taking the chance, man.
and taking the chance and putting us on the show, because I was like, what's it gonna hurt to have us on there?
What
What
about
got
the
IG
IG
streaming way
stream?
too late with me? Well,
Uh,
when we go on IG, it's after we've already recorded our Scare Network episode.
yeah.
So let's say we start.
Dangerous.
I want
It
you
is
to
dangerous.
go.
So it'll be like 9:30, 10 o'clock before we go on IG.
Granddaughter.
My granddaughter is not here. And thankful for Rich. I agree with that. I am thankful for Rich. My other host
I can hear you.
with the most.
Yeah, Rich
who,
is
who has
awesome.
been he's stuck it with me. I mean, on the Faces Radio podcast for this whole year.
Dude, I felt so bad. When
Corey,
I
I'm
couldn't
glad you were out
find
here, brother. Thanks so much.
that like I kind of lost the time to fucking do the movie podcast for you. I felt so bad. I was like, dude, I was working way too fucking much. Shit was happening. And then you're like, dude, I met this guy Rich. We did a show together. I was like, fucking thank God. And Rich is fucking amazing, bro. That's one guy that fucking we need to go to fucking Iowa and have a beer with.
I told him, I says, man, if I ever have the money and the time to come to, I'm gonna come to Iowa and I'm gonna see his.
Yeah, that's one thing.
Rich is an absolutely cool dude, and I mean, he puts up with me just like John does. He puts up with me, and and he just adapted to. I know he won't leave, but that's okay. I don't want him to leave. But he adapted to the lowdown scoring system really fast.
Yeah,
and now he gives me shit about it, but he whenever he watches a movie, he's instantly scoring it in my format. So
I tell you, Dave, I fell in love with your format long time ago. I'm so happy. You have no idea that kind of changed our show for us, right? Like, let's start scoring these things, because we were talking like, we should score these places.
We should do something different. Something that
I loved the scoring system that you did.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been taking movie recommendations from you for fucking 20 years. You doing this shit based off your fucking format. So Dave's better than IMDb, people. I'm just telling you. I'm just gonna put it out there. Dave is like, was it Simon and Garfunkel? Who are the fucking dudes that are always on TV doing the movie reviews?
Siskel and Ebert.
Siskel and Ebert, that's it. Simon and Garfunkel. Sorry. Two old white dudes. I'm sorry.
Awesome.
But you're better than those dudes. Like, if there's gonna be someone that's on fucking CBS at 10 o'clock at night doing movie reviews, it's Mr. David Lowe. That the 4K lowdown is fucking.
I would love that. CBS, if you're listening, I'm available. I take Visa.
Let's bring it back.
Let's bring it back. Let's get the lowdown on CBS, because that would be awesome. But yeah, I don't know. I got tired of the way critics were reviewing movies, and I was like, I just want to change it. I want to make it a little bit more objective and a little bit more, because I don't like all the foo-foo stuff that they review and they love. I want the blockbuster stuff. I want the stuff that I like, and I want to review a whole bunch of movies. And I got to tell you, Rich has been instrumental in getting us through that. I can't believe we've reviewed 270 new movies this year. Rich and I.
Why are you here?
I know.
I don't know why we're here. Sometimes I wonder. Maybe we could all meet somewhere halfway between Iowa and Kentucky. So what's that like?
Iowa is halfway for me and Dave.
I was like, Iowa is halfway between California, Colorado, and Kentucky. So we're all gonna have to meet in Iowa.
I'll bring all the gear. We'll have a big show.
Or somewhere in the middle, we meet in Kansas or some shit. We're all gonna.
But no, it's what you do with the movie things. I know you've always been an avid movie guy. I know you've always been a avid paranormal guy with what you've gone through in your life. But yeah, dude, I would trust. I don't always trust your score because there are things that will make it a higher score that because it was shot good,
Joshua.
But if when I
You mentioned your cousin.
Are
just
you
now.
okay? Oh, it did. But when I like it when like on the Facebook, I don't see it too much anymore for some reason.
I haven't written any in months.
But Dave used to put the 4K lowdown on there, but he'd also post his personal opinion of the movie, and that's I'm like, okay, good score. All right, what's Dave's personal opinion on the movie? Okay, that makes more sense. I think I'd watch this movie. And then there's like, it was shot really good, but I didn't like this. And this
And I didn't like how this. I didn't like.
Yeah, I'm not watching
Ceremony.
story.
I'm not watching
Fucking
this.
musical numbers, but yeah, that's the thing. I was like, I can give something a good source. Something can be a good movie and have me not like it.
Yeah.
So the
great thing about
score,
the scoring system.
so the score is an objective view, as much as an objective as I can get with the movie, but then I will give you my personal feeling.
Yeah. I mean, you guys watch movies. I there's no way in hell I'm watching.
Yeah.
Like that Fingernails movie. I'm never gonna watch that. Barbie. I don't
No.
care how well it's scored.
No,
I'm never gonna watch it. You could have torment yourself through it all you want.
I did. Speaking of paranormal and aliens, John, have you ever seen What Planet Are You From? Don't tell him that. Don't give him that movie.
What planet are you from?
God, I hated that movie.
Well, folks, on that note, and our me and Dave being thankful for everybody, we are gonna say goodnight for tonight, and
Yeah,
we will
love
be
you guys.
back next week. A big YouTube meetup in Vegas. Think of the live stream content potential. Dude, there's some haunted shit in Vegas too. There's some stories in Vegas that don't stay in Vegas.
It's about 6 hours for me.
It's about 7 for me.
I could do Vegas. Yeah. 3 hours up and 3 hours across. I could make that.
Yeah. It's 2 hours down and 5 hours across or 4 hours across, something like that.
I hear you.
Not a bad little trip.
Not a bad little trip. All right.
But we are gonna say goodnight for tonight. Again, we appreciate everybody. You have no idea. Me and Dave love y'all.
Yeah. Absolutely.
We'll see you guys next week when we come back with the Winchester Mystery House. I think that's going to be a good one. Hope everybody shows up and joins in on that one. I think everybody's
My
gonna
baby.
Like that one. My baby.
That's my baby.
That's my baby. Because I'm pretty sure the history video on that is going to be fucking amazing. Just show up shit for that one. That's going to be good.
I can't wait. I can't wait to do this.
All right, folks. I am your host for Ghosts.
Dark.
Dave is the host for most. Host with the most.
The host for most.
The host for most.
Know him, just love him.
You know, Mr. Love.
And,
I've had rum and Dr. Wow.
he's having rum and Dr. Wow, and I'm having Michelob Ultra, so I am not buzzed at all.
He just has to pee really bad.
I just have to pee really bad.
We're gonna get out of here.
Our back teeth are floating, so we're gonna get out of here. So you guys, thank you so much for watching. Take care, be safe. God bless. We'll see you on the 8th for the Winchester Mystery House. Until then, for John and myself, we'll see you next time on the Spirits of Spirits podcast.
I don't like it.
I don't like leaving either, but we're gonna have to.
Oh, yeah.
Spirits with spirits.